Meanwhile, the mission of the Bring Back Our Girls to enter the presidential villa was halted by security operatives yesterday. Led by the former Minister of Education, Oby Ezekwesili, the group gathered at the Eagle Square in Abuja before marching towards the Aso Rock Villa. But their hope of seeing the president was dashed. Our State House correspondent, Oby reports.
While the Bring Back Our Girls campaigners marched from the Unity Fountain, government officials, most of the ministers also in the same red attire, head to the meeting point to welcome them. If you expected the meeting point to be the presidential villa, you may be very wrong. This is the meeting point, the gate facing the Federal Secretariat, just very close to the Eagle Square. The police found a barricade, an indication that no one crosses here. But the leader of the group insists that blockade or not, they will proceed to the presidential villa to see the president.
We believe that our president is responsive to the citizens of Nigeria. Yes!
Moments later, a delegation of the presidency, led by the secretary to the federal government, came out to receive them. Frustrated, they went down on the floor weeping. Some of the government officials also sprawled on the floor with them as if frustrated, after which they rolled out 10 questions for the federal government.
We need the president to establish the authenticity of the abduction. Have girls been abducted? Yes or no? Why has the president not visited Chibok since the abduction?
What are the specific actions that have been taken since your return from Paris that gives the confidence that our neighbors, especially Cameroon, will cooperate with us and comply with all agreed actions?
Please, will you subscribe to the negotiation that the captives are offering?
They also reminded the government that they could not have been where they are today if they were abducted like the missing girls.
We're not seeing actions. Every day we all come out. Girls are missing. I know if those children that were abducted were home and host children, we know the kind of fun name that they would have been here right now.
The federal government extols the orderly manner they conducted themselves, but this protest should now be directed to the real enemy.
The government believes that we must all come together to fight terrorism, and that protests should be directed at the terrorists who have abducted our innocent daughters and deprived them of a place at the fountain of freedom in our country. From the very first day this kidnapping occurred, the federal government took action, directing our security services to go after the abductors. The search for our daughters.
An address they said did not meet any of their demands.
Please let Mr. President know that none of the issues we raised have been addressed. Number two, please let Mr. President know that we actually felt sad at the missed opportunity. There is a colossal missed opportunity. The citizens that are gathered here today are citizens who are saying we do not want any fractious fight against a common enemy, that we want a united fight. We are not the group that you should be telling about citizens of Iraq and Afghanistan.
As they disperse, they seem to have made their point that the response by the federal government is grossly inadequate. No one knows where the next march will take them to, but they say they are not going to stop until the girls are returned alive. Oby Ezekwesili, Channels Television News.